USA. From TIAA Bank Field in Jacksonville, Florida, it's Week 12 of the NFL on EA Sports.
We are 15 miles due west of the Atlantic, nestled in downtown Jacksonville at TIAA Bank Field. Today, it's Week 12 of the NFL season, and we've got a good one in store between the Denver Broncos and the Jacksonville Jaguars. So here are the Broncos now for their opening drive. And a look here at their go-to guy under center.
You enjoyed watching that game tape, didn't you?
Yeah,
Last week's game.
Good. Four touchdowns, one pick.
Now, you were a little upset about the pick. I didn't know if you would play him this week or not if you were the head coach.
Hey, they got the win.
You got the win, so you're going to give him another chance?
I'm going to give him another shot.
All right. I think the ratio is pretty good. They're trying to eliminate the interception, but he wants to keep that hot streak going, throwing touchdown passes.
And we see the emphasis early here. Get your star receiver involved, able to do it successfully. Not
a bad start to begin with, that's for sure. And to me, this play says our guy is better than your guys. Because, you know, a player of his stature, he won't just be single covered all game long. It's going to involve multiple people. And right away, they told the other team, guess what? He's just better.
And it'll be incomplete. Good job staying with him defensively. And it'll bring up second down. So after the incompletion on first, now 2nd and 10. Now Jones. And the timing a bit off that time as that one falls to the ground. Well, this defense for the Jags, they played really well in the win over the Raiders a week ago.
Yeah, they only allowed 13 points, and you can poll all 32 coaches, and I guarantee you they'd say, we'll take that every single week. Well, let me think about that for a second. Maybe there'd be one contrarian that would say, give me 10.
And the ball is out. Jones got hit and lost it. And did the Jaguars come up with it? They did. So here's the first drive now for the Jags. They'll be led out by a Heisman runner-up during his college days. It's the versatile Jalen Hurts.
That was a solid performance last week, wasn't it? 2 touchdowns, no interceptions, ran the team well, won the ball game. Bottom line, may not have been earth-shattering, but it didn't need to be.
Good starting field position for them here as they come up 1st and 10 at their own 43. Nyheim Hines, his first carry. And he's got it across midfield and into Denver territory. We take a look at his numbers on the ground last week. There was no answer for him defensively. Over 200 yards, 2 touchdowns to boot.
And that was a fun film to watch because a few of those runs, it was apparent he was just not going to be denied. And his team is hoping that carries over to this week as well.
First carry for Najee Harris. And he gets it inside the 35 and just shy of the 30.
Well, there's plenty of real estate for him to maneuver on that run, and let's face it, it shouldn't be a surprise. He's one of the better backs in the league. Had to come into this game with the idea, slow him down, otherwise it's going to be a long afternoon.
Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9. Not a whole lot there. The defense was ready, it looked, for that run-pass option.
You get the sense that next time he has that opportunity, he may keep it himself and get to the perimeter. Probably owes his back a little bit of an apology on that one, huh?
8 yards on the completion, but now they face 3rd down.
Brandon, perfect defense in this situation would have meant that there was an incompletion. They would have picked it off. Okay, so they gave up the completion. But I really enjoyed watching how the defense stayed in sync, stayed in great communication. And as he dragged across each zone, you see him pointing, communicating. There he is, and they passed him off to each defender. Ended up making a nice play, even though it was complete. There is something to a game plan with trying to keep a defense honest. With a guy with that type of speed, you do so. Send him deep. Try to throw some air under it and hope you connect downfield. On that play, they run successful.
And he picks up the first down yardage as he takes this one down to the 15. I love those plays. 4th and 1. That's who wants it more, this time the offense.
Yeah, there's a lot of hooting and hollering in there, right? A lot of contact and a lot of collisions as they try and find some space. Who's going to drop their hips, gain leverage, and move the other side backwards? We saw it there for the offense getting it done.
So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on 1st down. Here's Hurts to throw. Got his man complete over the middle. That's Hines. And he's brought down just outside of the 10 at the 11. On third down, Hines. And he won't have the touchdown, but he will have the first down as he's tackled at the 2. A stop there on third. They could have held him to 3 on this opening drive. Now they have to bow their necks on first and goal.
And if I'm looking at this from the offense's point of view, that's a big-time pickup right there, and I'd go right at him with another momentum plan. Go quickly.
And he takes it in. Touchdown, Jacksonville. Najee Harris, touchdown number 18 on the year. And the Jags have taken the early lead. Footing always a concern, but the extra points help it good. And that makes the score 7-0. The kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. And this will not be returned. It'll come out to the 25. So now the second drive offensively coming up for the Denver Broncos. And they had the fumble last time that led to a touchdown. That's a no-no. We'll see what they do here this go-around.
A big no-no. Put that in capital letters. Turning it over. The other team takes it down and scores. That can be a deflator for a football team. Now it's up to the offense to get back out on the field and pick things up.
They're out there. We'll see if they can pick those things back up. These are his numbers from last week's contest. 8 catches, 129 yards.
And he's able to pull that last pass in, but this is usually a pretty tough unit to try and maneuver against. They're the top 10 in the league against the pass, and you and I both know there's not much difference between 1 and 10.
And he'll be taken down right around the 34 after a pickup of only a yard. They'll try to pick up the first with Eckler. And he's got the first before he's brought down at the 39-yard line.
When you're dead last in the NFL in third down conversions, the odds are against you every time you face it. How about him picking up that one? That was big for them.
Running on first down, Eckler. And he takes this up right near the 45-yard line. It's a 6-yard gain on the ground, and that'll make it 2nd and 4. They'll run out of the gun with Eckler. And they got half of what he needed there, 2 yards, and it'll bring up a 3rd and 2 more. Throwing, Jones. Can't find a receiver, and he's brought down. Chase Young in there to get him, and that is sack number 6 now for him on the year. The Broncos send out their punter now as he's on to punt for the first time this afternoon. And this will carry out of bounds. Where are they going to spot it now? At about the 18-yard line, it looks like. A look at the running back, the man out of the backfield as he gears up to go again. Last week, a strong showing, up over 100, also 2 trips to the end zone.
It's the kind of week that if you said, listen, I'll let you have this type of a game each and every week, you'd sign up for it. You wouldn't try and get too greedy. But let's face it, good runners always want to be a little bit more greedy at the end, try and squeeze out every last yard. He's going to try and duplicate that and exceed it in this game. Well, they came into this game saying it was important that they set the tone and show that they can run the football. And I believe that they've done that here in the first quarter.
They'll run on first down. It's Hines, and he's going to be brought down on what will be the final play of this first quarter. After one, 7-0 on EA Sports. So a 1st and 10 now in Denver territory, right at the 40. Here's Hines. Oh, he's got a little daylight. And he's taken down inside the 30.
Would you say this offense is locked in right now?
They're having no trouble on this drive. What is it, 3 plays, 3 first downs?
Yeah, you talk about on the march. They keep this up, they'll get to that end zone real fast.
Now a first down carry for Harris. And he takes it down to the 10-yard line. 76 yards rushing for him as he has been tough to stop here this first half.
Now, this is an example of breaking down a defense because on a lot of these runs, he's getting past the point of attack, and guess what he's doing? Forcing the secondary guys to have to make a lot of tackles.
A good run on first down, and now they contemplate a second-and-goal situation. With that run, double-check my math, yes, he has hit 8,000 career rushing yards.
And that's fantastic. That means he's now approaching the top 50 all-time rushers in NFL history.
And he'll take this one in for a Jags touchdown. Nyheim Hines hitting double digits with his 10th touchdown of the season. And the Jaguars add 6 to their lead. Extra point by McCann, up and good. And that'll make the score 14-0. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. From a yard or two deep, here comes a return. And that decision to bring it out ends up not being a good one. Costs him about 5 yards as he's tackled at the 20. Here's the Denver offense now as they get set to take over here. And this not an easy situation. You're down early, in the elements, you're on the road. How do you get the mojo back?
Well, one thing is to remember that as an offensive player, you have a much better idea of what you're trying to accomplish and where you're trying to go than the defender. So in this case, because you know it, you can make your cuts with a little more decisiveness, maybe a second fake, some double moves, things of that nature, to go ahead and try and put some pressure on the defense.
On second down, Eckler, and they'll take him down at the 31-yard line.
2nd and 2 is prime time for a little bit of a gamble, isn't it? Open up the playbook, go play action, toss that bad boy deep. But in this situation, go ahead and give it to your back. Let him pick up a first down, keep the sticks moving.
Going on the ground with Eckler, and powering through at the 35. And brought down, but not before reaching the 45-yard line.
For a lot of guys playing this game, there's no better feeling than running right through a tackle. He's able to lower his center of gravity and churn his legs for a really nice pickup.
And he'll be brought down at the 50 after a gain of about 5.
And there's a run to be happy with. Good, solid yardage. He'll take that anytime you hand the ball to a back.
After the pickup of 5, here's 2nd and 5. From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. He's going to flip one out here to his running back. So give him 5 yards there on the pitch and catch. And that'll bring up what looks to be a 3rd and inches. Can't be more than a half a foot. On 3rd down, here's Eckler. And the broken tackle helps lead to a first down gain.
Well, partner, what do you think? Might have been 4-down territory if they didn't pick it up, but...
Yeah, it's a moot point now. I was curious, so if they didn't get it there, would they have gone for it? I guess we'll never know.
Yeah, we didn't have to make that call, but I have a feeling both of us would have said, go for it.
On first down, Jones. And he's got his man on the out route. And he'll go out of bounds after taking it a little further down inside the 40. Here's 2nd and 5 now from the 37. Looking to throw. Jones. He's going to get this one out to his fullback.
Well, this has certainly been a nice drive with the way they've spread the football around. Here, they even get the fullback involved in the passing game. That's got to cause a lot of consternation on the defensive side. You've got to cover him, too. That makes things really difficult.
5 yards is the tally on first down. That brings up 2nd and 5. Now a handoff here to his running back. Busts through the tackle. And he'll get it down this time to the 17. Two minutes to play first half. It's 14-0. Here's Jones on first down. Over the middle into traffic, and that's complete. A good pickup there. 8 yards on the first down completion. 2 yards left on second down from the 9. Back to throw. Jones. Quick hitter here. It's complete. And the Broncos are going to be looking at first and goal as they move this down to the 4-yard line.
That was a route run not just with dexterity, but with intelligence. Found the hole in the zone, made sure the quarterback saw him, and was able to make the sure catch and flip the down marker back to 1.
And that one drops down, incomplete. Good coverage there, forced the ball free, and it's second down. Line of scrimmage, again the 4-yard line, second and goal. They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw. And he's going to be taken down, sacked back around the 18-yard line. Chase Young, he's the one to get him, and that is sack number 7 for him on the year. Now the Broncos are going to call the first of their timeouts as they get the stoppage with a little over 50 seconds to go in the first half. This has been a long drive. You got to figure a field goal would be a letdown. Can they convert now on third and goal? Now he'll dump it underneath to his running back, complete. And now they're inside the 10 as he's brought down at the 9.
Well, there certainly was a lot going on that play. Every option in the end zone covered. No place to go with the ball. Had to swing it out to the back. A good job running and getting him tackled in the open field.
And his kick is good. And they will get themselves on the board here at 14-3. So they do get 3 points, but that's now 3 drives with only the 3 points, not a ratio that's going to win you many ball games.
Not at all, Brandon. And think about it this way. We all know payoff is the key, right? And wouldn't we love to have the concession on every T-shirt that's been printed in football that says finish on it? Because that's the mantra everywhere. Got to be able to finish drives, put points on the board.
Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. They'll throw now on the final play. And he's going to lose yardage. Not that it matters as the final seconds tick away. All right, hang on. We'll jump over halftime. Forecast calling for more of the same. The rain set to continue as we are underway in the second half. Now it's Barner. And with a marker down, he's up just past the 25-yard line, but I think they're going to be going backwards. Let's check the call. This is going to put them back with a not great field position.
So they really had zero benefit at all, right? Sometimes you can absorb a penalty when you get a big return. Then the penalty brings it back, but you still have great field position. As you pointed out, not in this case.
And he's taken down, but not before he gets this across the 25-yard line. 87 yards for him on the ground now as he has been terrific here this afternoon. They've got the lead early here in the third quarter, and runs like that are how they established that lead in the first half.
I love the fact that you're using the word lead because they are leading from the front, pounding on the defense right now with the running game, and truly establishing themselves here in the second half.
And that is incomplete.
Well, this at least is the right idea. I think they've got to get the tight end more involved.
He had just 1 target in the first half, incomplete. Now incomplete here with the first target of the second half.
Yeah, it should not stop them at all from going back to him. They'll find him. Find him.
And they work this well upfield across the 45.
Now we get into the psychology of the whole thing because a lot of teams with a 2-score lead in the third quarter, they almost become defensive with their offense, just playing not to lose. I think with this team, you got to figure at this point, this is a great spot for them to go into attack mode, really try to put the hammer down and finish this one off. We talk about mobility on quarterbacks all the time. Here's what really pays off. Able to move, evade, and is accurate throwing on the run and picking up a first down.
And he is out of bounds inside the 30. The improv on the scramble there gets him 6, and then it'll be second down.
Okay, he's not going to get the first down, but this is still a nice job of buying some time and then running to get to the sideline and get out of bounds and avoid the big hit.
They'll try the left side. It's Hines, and he'll be dropped at the 23 after a pickup of about 4. And now we'll get a timeout. Looks like we've got a Jaguar in some discomfort down there on the field. Play number 7 coming on this drive. It's 3rd and inches. While the trainers take a look, we'll step aside. Hurts. He's going to go up top for the end zone. Got his man. It's caught. Touchdown, Jaguars. Mecole Hardman, his third touchdown now on the year. And the Jaguars take the opening kickoff of the third quarter and drive right down the field to extend their lead. Extra point by McCann, up and good. And the lead is up to 18 now. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. Taking it about the 1. And they'll start this drive just across the 30. Pretty nice work on the return. So now a look at the Broncos as they head back out there for their first possession of the second half. And their halftime hole now even deeper, and they need a big drive here just to answer the first touchdown of the second half scored against them. Now Jones is hit. He lost the football, and the Jags grab it. If these guys wanted to get back in this game, they needed an almost perfect second half, and down 3 scores. A lost fumble here certainly doesn't fit into that plan.
That reminds me of my plan in college to get an A on the papers I turned in, but that didn't work out too well either. Too many mistakes by both of us. I mean, that's just pure and simple. And that's why that's exactly where they are in this ball game. They're going to need a huge turnaround if they want to try and win this one.
He was brought down by Trayvon Mullen.
I feel like I could see what he was thinking on that carry. He wanted to follow that big tackle through the hole. Ended up only getting 4 yards on the carry. I think he had designs on that one being bigger.
They stay on the ground. Again, it's Harris. But he is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30.
Well, you certainly have to give a little credit here because they're playing this game now at their pace. This is ball control football, sustained runs, taking their time, and making it work.
And they take him down, losing yardage back at the 27. Looking at a 2nd and 11 now after the loss. Throwing is Hurts. And oh my goodness, what a catch at the 6. And they do get him down, but not before he's able to slip it inside the 5-yard line.
And remember, this drive started off following the turnover, and they've taken no time working their way down the short field. A nice connection there, and now they're looking at a 1st and goal.
Hines. A pickup of 4 on 1st down. It'll be 2nd and goal.
When you look at the geography we're staring at, this part of the field, don't you always think of big backs carrying the football, bruisers trying to pound it in? Instead, look at a little more of a scat back type, and he's trying to make it happen.
Yeah, they went with the elusive, slippery guy. Couldn't get in there, though. Again, it's Harris. And he will get this into the end zone for a Jaguar touchdown. Najee Harris, his 2nd touchdown of the afternoon. And the Jaguars are able to widen their lead. And oh, he clanks it off the right upright. And it's no good. Now he's back out there to boom this one away, maybe with some frustration after the PAT miss. From the 10. Oh, a dangerous return man showing it here. And we get another look now at this Broncos offense. And the turnover last time, that's sort of been symptomatic of their struggles here in this one.
Good word. I like it now because you're exactly right.
You like that, don't you?
All game long, they've struggled moving the ball, turning it over on the last possession. Is that word again, symptomatic?
Yeah.
I like that.
Your analysis, symptomatic of the success of this broadcast.
What I like is that you gave me the word, and I just kept using it.
Now Jones on 1st and 10. And he's going to lose a yard or 2. Taken down behind the line. He couldn't get rid of it. He winds up losing a yard. It's 2nd down. The sack cost him only a yard. It's 2nd and 11. Looking to throw. Jones. And a quick throw here. That's complete. And he's going to have another first down as the tackle's made at the Jaguars' 43.
I like watching the wide receiver screen because it's a real teamwork play. Because guess what? The guy catching the ball, he'll get all the credit. But how about the people up to block in front of him, either fellow receivers or offensive linemen? That makes that play a really nice timing play, and sometimes it can break big.
And he works his way past the line of scrimmage and then slides to a hole. 6 yards left on second down. Off play action. Jones. This one complete to Gibbons. And he's going to have another first down as the tackle's made at the Jaguars' 17-yard line.
Well, we talk all the time about playing situational football. Right now, I think the scoreboard is dictating what they need to do. Where they are in this game, they've got to push the ball downfield, take their shots, try and get big chunks of yardage in a short amount of time. That was a nice play there.
In on the stop, it was the UCF product, Shaquem Griffin.
Defensively, we always know that he is tough in run support, and I think the way that he gets there.
And he's going to go down. He's sacked back at the 24. Chase Young, that is one he will remember. It's sack number 85 of his great career, moving him past Hall of Famer Howie Long on the all-time list. 7th play of this drive coming up, but a long way to go on third down. Operating from the gun, Jones. He'll get this out wide to Eckler. And he'll go out of bounds in the red zone just inside the 20. That one good for only 6, and it leaves him with a 4th down. So out comes the field goal team now for the second time here today. 3 quarters have come and gone. We'll return with more after this. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. All right, they're going to try and keep hope alive here on 4th down. They're going for it. As expected, they're going for it to keep the drive alive. And that one a little too high as it's knocked away and incomplete. The Broncos unable to convert here on 4th. And the Jaguars are going to take possession here in the turnover on downs. The Jacksonville offense set to begin their next drive. Been a very strong performance for them, really, on both sides of the football. The turnover on downs, the most recent example, and now, obviously, they're in a great spot here.
Yeah, if you're over on the bench right now, you're shaking hands with your teammate, you're hugging him, give him a little dap. Been a big, big performance for them. Now you just don't get careless. Take care of the ball on the way out.
On second down, right back to Hines. He is taken down at the 21 after a short gain of 2.
Brandon, I've got to think this offensive line has got some smiles on its faces. And I know it sounds crazy, but they practiced for this back in training camp. They knew they'd be in situations where it'd be extra defenders in the box coming after them, trying to keep them from locking down a game. Right now, they want to show the world they're up to the challenge.
And he'll be out of bounds just shy of the 40.
What's the deal, y'all?
Now that's one they hate. The ball's got to come all the way back.
So that's an explosive play, a really explosive play that gets wiped out, and they have to start over after the penalty.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. And he will slide down with a good gain. Pretty good job escaping the pressure. Gets him 15 yards on the scramble, but now it's 4th down.
Partner, as a quarterback, sometimes you just got to know when the clock has gone off in your head, it's time to go. Tuck it and get all you can.
They'll try and throw for it with Hurts. That's complete. Okurebuna. And they nearly get this all the way to midfield. Mark him down at the 49. They'll throw on 1st down with Hurts. And that is incomplete. Oh, the coverage a little too good there. And it's 2nd down.
They are certainly not letting up on the pressure in this one. And oftentimes you hear this expression, all gas, no break from defenses. But in this case, it's the offense still throwing the football up big in the 4th quarter.
Ooh, with a juke. And he'll go down inside the 45 before going out of bounds. 62 yards rushing for him now to this point. The Jaguars on 3rd down. They've converted 4 times out of 6. Not bad. Here it's 3rd and 3. And this effort won't be enough as they rally up to stop him a couple of yards short. They're going on 4th down with Hurts. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. The Jags come up empty on 4th down. And the Broncos will take over on downs. Good starting field position for them as they come up 1st and 10 at their own 43. A throw left side to start the drive is complete. And he's brought down, but not before a really nice stiff arm to create a little space. A gain of 6 there on 1st. From midfield now on 2nd down. Jones. And he will find his man on the outside. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30.
Well, this game was decided a while ago, and that completion there is going to artificially inflate his passing numbers. So right now, the only one really applauding probably his agent as he thinks about angling for a new contract.
Looking middle, and that's complete. And down inside the 15, shy of the 10. From down at the 12, it's 1st and 10. Back to throw again. Jones hit and the ball's out. And the Jags grab it. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
And with that kind of a deficit, you can't afford to make any kind of mistakes. But it's been pretty symptomatic of what we've seen all game with them, isn't it? Down this big in the fourth quarter.
You'd say an afternoon to forget, absolutely. Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. And they have to be feeling pretty good. Comfortable 4th quarter lead as they take over following the fumble recovery. Flush to his right. They'll get that complete to Alberto. And he'll be taken down, but they've got this one up to the 35-yard line. And now they're in the hurry-up. On 1st down, Hurts. He's going to fire one deep over the middle. And incomplete on the deep ball. 4th quarter, you've got the big lead. If you're coaching, Charles, you still taking shots like that downfield?
I'd be a little more concerned with running some clock and making sure you're taking care of the lead, because you keep flinging it around, you throw a couple of picks, you can put yourself in jeopardy.
And he'll be brought down just shy of the 45. 9 yards, not quite enough, and they'll be left now with 3rd and 1.
That's it. That's what you want. Straight ahead, positive gain. Just keep that clock ticking.
On 3rd down, Hines. And boy, he is very close to a 1st down, but from where they're spotting that football, he's going to be a foot or so short. Just 2 minutes remaining here in the 4th quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. So it's Jaguar football here as we welcome you back. They've got a 4th down here in a game that looks to have been decided already. And it's a short one here, complete to the tight end. And taking it across midfield and just shy of the 40. Now after the completion, we're going to get a timeout, an injured player. And not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up 1st and 10. Well, he gets attended to. We'll step aside. Oh, what a move. And he is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30. 79 yards rushing for him now as he's carried it 16 times.
Well, that's a carry they have to be satisfied with. And throughout this game, they've been satisfied with what he's given them. Whenever they've needed a big run, a 1st down, he's the guy they've turned to. And it doesn't matter what the defense thinks. They feel like they've got the confidence to keep handing it to him and keep picking up good yardage.
2 yards on the carry there. It'll be 2nd down. Well done to sniff that out defensively. He had it diagnosed pretty quickly.
I love that description because diagnosed is perfect on that one. Read his keys, made the play, and he couldn't even get going moving the football.
And he can't get rid of it. He's taken down. A long way to go here on 3rd down for the 8th play of the drive. Hurts sets up to throw it. He'll rifle this one deep right side. And unable to connect. Incomplete. I'll give them credit. They took their shot, but it's going to bring up 4th down.
As his old brain remembers, when I see 5 wide receivers on the field as a defender, I know the ball's coming out hot. They expected it and got there and popped it free.
And with things looking pretty good on the scoreboard, they're going to keep the offense out there and go for it here on 4th. Throwing from the gun, it's Hurts. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. The Jags come up empty on 4th down, and the Broncos will take over on downs. The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. Well, I think that the folks here had hoped that maybe this home atmosphere would carry their guys to a surprise victory, but it does not appear that that's going to be the case. Just too much to handle on the other side in this one. Now the Broncos are going to call the first of their timeouts as the clock stops with 23 seconds to go in the game. And it's a short one here, complete to his tight end. And he'll be out of bounds after getting this one across the 40. Jones now throwing on first down. And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked off by Caleb Farley. And he will take this one home. It's a touchdown. That's the story of the game. They've been suffocating all game long on defense. They were suffocating there again in a big way.
And they've done it not just by out-athleting them, which is often the case, but by being able to adjust to anything they tried to throw at them and beating them to the punch each and every time. This was a defense that was well prepared.
Extra point by McCann, up and good, and the lead will swell by one more. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. Very short kick. This will be taken by one of the up men. And they'll be set up pretty nicely here as they have it up to the 35-yard line. The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. We certainly had a sense coming in here that these guys were in for a tough one on the road. That has been how this ball game has played out. They trail big as we continue on now here in this 4th quarter. And that throw behind his man, he missed him, incomplete. So this will be a win for Jacksonville. Well, it was their defense that really made the statement after the break. They pitched the second half shutout.
Yeah, think about the team that just got vanquished. They did score in the second quarter. Do you think they thought at all that that would be their last point of the game?
No, but what a second half. The adjustment, whatever they did in the locker room, it certainly worked.
It certainly did, and you're exactly right. Whether it was an adjustment, whether it was just more focus on what they planned to do going in, whether they just played better, whatever it was, it all came together in the second half, and no points were allowed. That's a great way to close them out.
So for Jacksonville, they get win number 10 on the year as they move to 10-1. And they will hit the road next week to take on the Tennessee Titans. Meanwhile, for Denver, the playoffs look to be out of reach now as they drop to 4-8. And they'll try to get back on the beam next week as they'll head to Cleveland to take on the Browns. Thanks for tuning in, everybody. Alongside Charles Davis, we thank our entire crew. I'm Brandon Gaudin. This is the NFL on EA Sports.